as you can probably remember, a very nice dial. And here the balance wheel, pallet fork with very strange, incredibly long screws. Very and then 10-2. I'm not sure if you're watching this. Sean, this very, sorry to say it, ugly lever or yoke reminds me very much of an old Seiko spring, and if memory serves, it's just a balance stop hacking function. But look at this, it's so, it just reminds me of a Seiko part, and this spring as well. It's reminds me very much of a 70s, 80s Seiko. A spring like this is so elegant and well formed and just nice. And this is so huge and clunky and funny shape. This bascule reminds me of pocket watches. I have to concentrate now on this plate and this plate because these screws look different than that one, those ones. And if I have a look, then you see that the shiny top plate has got a part there in there. It's different than, you can see the shiny top plate and this bit underneath. I'm going to remove this plate first. But when lifting the shiny part, then this wheel will be released, because that is in the shiny part. So now I'm going to separate this top plate from the gray plate here. See if I can lift it. And I use a piece of packwood. Again, soft material, no scratches. The plates. There we are. I never ever expected this. It's the magic lever, all blue, you're absolutely right. I have to process this. Wow, that is something. For the people who are not really into watchmaking or just watching, there is a clear difference between Swiss logic of watchmaking or designing a movement, I have to say. A Swiss logic of designing movement, and there's the Oriental Seiko, and Seiko is more economic with their parts, brilliant in their own way. Like you said, my first watch is a Seiko. I'm wearing a Seiko at the moment, Premier perpetual calendar, so nothing wrong with Seiko. And it's a beautiful system, just like Raoul says. But this is now a mix of two ways of designing a watch, and that's quite something. Oh, look at that nice jeweled magic lever. This side of the movement is completely empty. We have to be very careful with this extremely long second-hand pinion. So now these screws there will release, and that one will release this plate. We can lift it, and then we'll find the gear train underneath. It's a huge, thick plate, really heavy as well. Escape wheel, second wheel, third wheel, center wheel, and a double barrel. Well, the perlage here is nice. And again, this is very functional, but not really elegant. That's just my opinion. Extremely long and thus extremely delicate. And there's the shock system we are going to remove in a minute. And the setting lever will have to be released by removing this spring. It's locked like this. It looks like a Casio battery spring. The spring that was sitting here, and you can see the indentation. So it was securing this part as well. So now I can push it. And you can very gently, without any marks, open the small spring. Remove it in one elegant sweep.